We live?
We live.
We live. Welcome back to the Opinion Factory podcast, the podcast for free thinkers and challenge seekers.
Yes, sir.
I'm Khelil.
I'm Alex.
And we have here our first female guest, the 24-year-old, non-feminist, Haitian nurse.
Oh, you preaching now.
Tatiana. Say what's up to Tatiana, guys.
Hi, my name is Tatiana. I go by Tati. I am excited to be here today and give my unpopular opinions and just to see what this discussion leads to.
Of course.
So we wanted a female guest this time because this particular topic, it can't just come from guys, all right? Now, as you might notice, we call Tatiana, she proclaims to be a non-feminist. And as a feminist myself, as a man, I think that's pretty interesting. Why would you consider yourself a non-feminist?
Because I feel like people don't know what feminist means. I feel like society makes feminists seem like, okay, equal rights, equal pay, equal this, that, and the third. We're the same, which is fine, and I do believe in that aspect of it. But then again, we also have to remember the generation of society we live in. We want equal pay, we want equal this, but we expect guys to pay for majority of everything when we go on dates. And just, do the quote-unquote manly, masculine things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
preach. Go ahead.
So if we're equal in every aspect, then gender roles necessarily don't exist. Not saying I believe in them wholeheartedly, but I would like my man to take out the trash. Not all the time, but I do. I'm not traditional in the sense, but I'm not going to act like me being a female and you being a male does not matter at all in our household.
Right.
So that's how I see it. I want to be paid equally as a man. Yes, I deserve that. I deserve that.
But in the confines of a relationship, you still want the man to be the man and you to be the woman.
To a certain extent, this is where it gets tricky, and this is where
I can admit what a man and woman is.
Exactly, and then I can get hypocritical in this too. I see my faults. This is a very
So we got over an hour to explain this. All right? We got plenty of time. Don't worry about it.
I just want my man to be a man in the sense of like, not saying only men take out the trash, but in society that's quote unquote a man. I'll take out the trash. If I don't have a man, I'm gonna take out the trash.
But if you do have a man, how would you feel taking out the trash? When
I
he's
wouldn't
sitting on the
mind
couch?
it, but I'm not taking out the trash 7 days a week.
That's fair. All right, what about?
But just like I'm not cooking 7 days a week. Like it has to be, like you can take out the trash 5 days out of the 7. I'll take out the trash the other 2. Same thing with cooking, laundry, the wifely duties. I'm gonna do my duties as a wife, but as a partner, you're gonna do the same. If I can't cook, you're cooking. You can't take out the trash, I'm taking out the trash. Mm-hmm. But I do understand where it's like, I feel like when you are with someone, you have a role, and you need to know your role in the sense of like, you do this, I do that, and that's fine. You take out the trash, I cook, that's fine. You pay this you have your bills, I have my bills.
Whoa.
It's like,
now we get into some juicy stuff.
I feel like a lot of women with this.
There's a lot to break down in that last section right there, though.
No, because it's like, okay, if we don't talk about it, nothing's gonna get done.
That's fair.
If
and you feel like something needs to be done right now.
So it's like, if I think I'm paying rent, you think you're paying rent, we both end up paying rent the same time at them because no discussion was had. If I don't tell you you're taking out the trash, you don't tell me the trash is gonna pile up. Mm-hmm. Like everyone.
See, that's the thing with gender roles. That comes at expectation, and that lets things run more smoothly when people know what their duties are.
Exactly.
But like I said, it's 2019 though, so people got different expectations now with like modern day feminism.
That's true.
The breaking down of gender roles as a whole.
I feel like
now it's like I expect you to cook way more often now. It's like I'm not gonna have.
That's what a woman would say to you.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna expect you. Like you're not gonna expect me 5:30 every day, come home and just like, oh, dinner's ready for you. Every single time, if we're both working, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like the trash thing. But then I'll ask you this though. I remember I saw like a funny meme, and it was like, "What's wrong with this picture?" And the dude's chilling in his car, and the female's pumping
gas.
Yeah. I wonder.
I'll pump my gas.
Pump your gas.
Nah, you don't need to pump my gas.
I won't let my girl pump.
You won't
gas. No, I wouldn't do that.
Nah, bro.
In the beginning, I'm gonna need you to pump my gas. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to
So,
but
that's a good point though. Because time eliminates some of these like
time does to me.
Time just kills chivalry.
No, but then time.
You see, I don't know if I let my straight pump gas either.
See, I can't do that. Like,
but that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't expect my guy every time that we're out, you're pumping gas. I can pump gas. to me, it's not that big of a deal. I can pump gas. Just like over time, I don't need you to open the door every single time for me. I can do that myself.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I feel like, a lot of, I don't know, it's just a sticky situation. But then again, some feminists would say, "Oh, if you don't open my door, you're not a man." But I thought we're all equal. You know what I mean? It goes back and forth.
So right now, feminists, in a very broad sense, I feel like they want the best of both worlds, right?
Yes.
And so why do you think they have this notion right now that they should be getting paid more, but then we should still be paying for the dates? Do you think that just comes down to that? Because you can't I feel like you cannot get rid of gender roles, right? Because
I don't think so
no matter what you do, there's always going to be that one particular person, that one particular gender type who leads the relationship. And that's the more masculine one of the two. Okay. The more masculine one always leads the relationship, whether they mean to or not.
But would you just... That's tricky, bro.
That is tricky.
And no matter how much we try to fight it, that's what it comes down to.
Because it could just come down to who's the breadwinner that leads the relationship.
You know what I'm saying? Are we talking about lead like financially, or are we talking about lead like overall aspect? Cause
overall.
But we're talking about overall aspect, and someone's leading someone's like you say your shorty's the breadwinner, and she's the breadwinner by a lot. Then she might feel like, okay, I'm leading the relationship, even though I'm not doing all these masculine things. I just make more money than you. Like you still take out the trash. I'm still cooking dinner.
All right, let me try to differentiate the two. Right, you can lead the relationship without making more money of the two. When I say lead, I mean like, if there's something wrong, if you guys are both mad at each other, who's the one who comes and says, "What's going on? Tell me what's happening. Let's solve this right now before we go to bed." You know, if you guys want to travel next year, who's the one that says, "Let's make this budget, start the savings account, and stick to it for the next 6 months until we can afford"?
Okay.
Like who leads the relationship is what I mean, not the one who pays more.
It depends on, because I led my past relationship. Looking back, I led that, but I'm not the man.
And now you say it's your past, though.
It's your past.
Yes.
Did you feel comfortable? Did you feel that was the ideal situation for you? Because if you're more in your feminine energy, in your feminine essence, which I think you are, you might not be, then this might sound wrong.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
But if you're in your feminine, you want to be submissive. But you want to find someone worthy of being submissive too.
I can't even talk because I agree 100%.
Right?
I agree 100%.
So that's like, look at all this.
Submissive is a tricky word, though.
It is, and it has a bad connotation, but it's not necessarily
when
bad
you don't understand what it truly means.
Right.
Because, so I can be submissive, but you gotta be able to lead. Like my last relationship, like I said, I was the leader. I did not want to be the leader. I did not realize I did not want to be the leader until it was done. I realized how much I led.
Thank you.
Yes. So it's like when you're put in the position, and like not even to make this, black women, so strong. But honestly, when you're put in the position, you're gonna do what you have to do.
Yes.
And then it's when the situation's over, you're like, damn, I didn't want to have to do all that.
Right.
So it's like
when there's a void of leadership in a relationship, that masculinity, someone has to step up. And the woman usually does, not the man. The man gets complacent. He stops doing what he used to do. He stops pumping the gas, stops opening the doors, stops, making the budgets, all that stuff.
But if I stop doing that, is that a sign of my masculinity? That's where like I feel like it's a little.
It's not.
I don't know if that's a masculine thing or it's just me being complacent.
You're not acting in your masculine essence at that point. You're not.
See, now I feel like we got to define masculinity here. Because now now we're getting to like tricky.
How would you define? I can define it. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
This is hard. Okay.
I think masculine energy in its essence is about structure. It's about leadership. It's about assurance, security. It's about focus. Going out and getting it. Being the breadwinner. That's a masculine trait. I feel like.
But it's 29. But you see, the breadwinner thing really throws me off. It's 2019, bro.
Right, but the man is usually the breadwinner, right?
You're a nurse.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna throw out any financial assumptions,
I'm prepared to make more than my husband.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So now it's different in this mentality. It's 2019. Like there's no people that's just like, you're not gonna find a lot of family situations where one dude works, the other one stays at home with the kids or stays at home at the house. That doesn't happen anymore.
It still happens, but not to the same extent.
But it's not. It's not expected to happen. Yeah. So now
depends on who you talk to. When you're talking to us, like people our age, then yes, you're right.
Yeah.
But I used to work with a lot of older people, and I used to do their finances because I did their insurance. And a lot of times, when it says the husband income, $120,000 a year. Wife income $0 a year. A lot of times for the older couples.
You said you're working with older people. We're going back like 3 generations. Son, I can't.
But when you talk to them and it's like, what do you expect now? They're probably gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, but
find a man who can support you.
I don't know. I feel like everybody works now. Like that's the expectation. You're not gonna expect like, oh, you have a daughter. Oh, go find a man, go marry him, and just shut the house. Like that's not. That's not gonna happen.
That's true. That's why I'm saying for younger people, it's not the case.
All right, so I guess let's stick to our demographic then. All right.
Let's do that.
Let's stick to it. It's 2019. So if that's the case, and you're expected to make more bread than
I don't want it, but I'm prepared.
No, but what's wrong with that?
There's not, you know what? There is really nothing wrong with that.
No, that didn't sound convincing. No, you don't believe that.
No, here's the thing. It's nothing wrong with that, but I've been conditioned to think that there is, and I'm trying to really realize that there's.
What's your fear? What's the fear that comes to your mind when you think about you making more money? Like, let's say
lead the relationship.
But that's not necessarily
the financial
true.
aspect is a big aspect.
But here's the thing: what I've also learned, because if I make more, or even someone making more doesn't mean they lead, because I can make more, but at the end of the day, I want to be taken care of, but not in the sense of financially. Like, I want to, like you said, feminine. Like I can relax, and you're gonna be the man, whether I'm making more or not. Because leading in masculinity has nothing to do with how much you make, in my opinion.
Right.
How you gonna say right when you just said being the go-getter?
No, that's part of being. Let me explain. Part of masculine energy being the go-getter, ambition. Just because you're making more than your man doesn't mean he's not striving to be the best he can be. He's still trying to be a go-getter, and he's in his masculine energy, and then you'll be satisfied making more than him. But if you're making more than him, he's not really trying to better himself or better his career or anything like that. You're not going to be satisfied with that.
I want to know that if we're going on a trip, I'm not planning the trip wholeheartedly. You can take responsibility for that. I want to know if we're going out on a date, you can order for me. I don't need to order for you. Like, I just want to know.
I don't believe you.
Oh,
I think
you should.
The whole date, the food thing specifically. I mean, like, I'm gonna be stereotypical. Women never know what they want to eat. Like, this is very true.
I am the type. I look at the menu before I go, and I know what I want.
You are a rare breed. Like, I'm telling you this right now. Never know it. Like, you say something, it's like, no, I don't want that.
And all the time. They're going to eat off your plate, too.
Of course.
Not only do they not know where they want to go, but once we get to where they didn't know they wanted to go, they don't know what they want to eat. So it's like...
Right, we're difficult.
So you're
and that goes back to who leads. Like, come on, like, you're dating a girl, right?
Yeah.
And, you're planning the date, and she says... And you ask her, where do you want to go? She says, I don't know. Where do you want to go? That's her trying to get you to lead.
Yeah, but then you say something, she's like, nah.
Yes.
And you say another thing, she's like, nah.
That's fine.
And you say another thing, she's like, nah.
That's fine.
That's fine?
She just doesn't want to be the one that is on.
You know what women want?
If I'm saying 4 or 5 times, you keep saying no, I'm like, all right, bro, it's on you.
Because she's a little bit, she's too much. I'll give you that. She's too much. 4 different options. Like, then you need to pick. You need to figure it out.
Don't act like that's never happened to you.
It has happened to me.
No,
you know what I started doing?
What happened?
When I had dates, I said, I'll pick you up on Saturday at 7 p.m. We're going to go do this at this point, at this time. I don't give her a chance to say no. Say, no, I don't want to do that. None of that. This is what we're doing.
What he just said is what girls want. That's only what we want. Tell me you're going to pick me up. Tell me what time. Tell me the place. Make it happen. No. It's nice. Okay, you want my opinion? That's great.
I was gonna say that too.
But at the same time,
no.
It's 2019.
I'm like, do you want to go to Fridays? Or do you want to go to Chili's?
No.
Do you want to go to IHOP? Do you want to go to? No. We're going to Fridays.
Where we're going. Tell me where we're going. Tell me you're gonna pick me up. Tell me the time, and then I'll come. Like literally lead me.
And you don't have to be making more than her
to do that.
That's fair.
It's energy.
You don't want to be heard. Is what you saying?
I'm just.
They do.
We do. We talk
just
a lot.
Not when it comes to.
It's hard.
Not when it comes to they want to be heard when it comes to their emotions and how they're feeling in the moment and what they want to happen. Like when it comes to the general vibes in a relationship. If there's something bothering her, she wants to be heard. She wants to make sure that what's bothering her. Then she wants to be heard.
Yes.
When it comes to where we're gonna go to eat.
Nah, say it first. Say it first part again. Like she wants me to know what's bothering her without her telling me.
No.
Or is like
when
is this the road we're going down?
No,
I see a guilty smirk on your face. Like
when something's bothering her, she wants to be heard. If she's telling you, she wants to be heard.
Nah, what if she's not telling me now? That's what I'm gonna ask you.
Can I just say why we don't tell you? Because you should know.
No.
I get it. It doesn't make sense. I understand that. But to me, it doesn't make sense how you don't know. It doesn't make sense how you don't know.
I never thought about that too.
No, like maybe.
If I don't know, I don't know.
But why don't you know?
Because what if it's like the first time it happened? Or
Okay.
Or if it's only like the second time it happened?
Okay, you should learn from the first time.
What if I don't think it's a big deal? What if I didn't open the door for you and that's what you used to? Now you're mad at me. I have no idea that you're mad about the door.
Okay, and sometimes we're wrong. We're wrong sometimes. I can say that, but sometimes you guys should know.
I'm not saying we.
Sometimes you guys should know.
What if it's something that happened like in 2014?
And we're bringing it up in 2019?
Yeah.
I've done that.
This.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've confronted it when it happened, but at the same, I've never let it go.
Well,
I've never let it
and
go.
we should have known. I'm saying if I did something to piss you off in 2014?
Oh yeah.
No, so listen, you do something to piss me off in 2014, and it's something significant, and we've talked about it, and we've gotten over it.
Since 2014.
Since 2014, but then you do little shit. Sorry, you do little.
say
Yeah.
what you want.
Okay, you do little shit that low key is like, kind of like what you did in 2014. Not
Okay,
exactly the same. I'm bringing up 2014, exact date and time to remind you.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
You can bring it up, but what if you're mad at me, but you won't tell me why? Because I should have known because I did it before.
You should have known because you did it before.
But it was in 2014.
You remember back then.
It's 5 years ago. We had a lot of experiences, a lot of fights since then. How am I supposed to
Is
know?
it something significant?
If it's the same behavior, like say somebody cheat on, I understand. I understand.
Oh, can I give my example? Because this is exact like.
Go ahead.
So if I go on your phone and I see something I don't like and it's significant, and I tell you about it, we get over it. But then throughout the years, little shit like that keeps happening. So then when I bring up 2014, it's annoying to you. It's because you're doing shit that reminds you of 2014, and you know that.
That's understandable.
And I shouldn't even have to tell you at that point because you should know.
I should know.
You should know.
But then if it's something like there's been a couple small things like that. I can't remember like one off my head, but it's like
If I have something important, you don't congratulate me or give me flowers. I'm mad at you. You should know. Are we silent?
You see,
You should know.
Definitely
I congratulate you.
Congratulate you.
Okay,
but if you're saying like I'm not making a big enough festival about it, and I'm like,
I don't need you to
congratulations.
do cartwheels. I mean, depending on the situation, of course, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
But like something significant enough where they saw that you worked hard, but you can feel like you know when someone's not rooting for you. You can tell. So I was like, okay, congrats.
If I'm your man, how am I not gonna be rooting for you though?
if you're toxic.
All right.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked, man. But if I'm your man, I'm
that
gonna
episode, good episode. It was a good episode.
Let's assume I'm gonna be rooting for you regardless. So
Okay.
what if I'm just like really laid back, like nonchalant type?
And
ways?
you know what? I understand that. That's your personality. But relationships are about compromise. So if I'm telling you you're nonchalant, you're cool, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I need you to just be a little bit extra for this time period. I'm going to need you to compromise and understand that's important to me and just be a little extra. Just for that.
But you actually brought up a really good point about this going through phones.
Let's talk about it.
I'm not.
With it?
Never in one of my relationships has ever been a norm.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't like getting your phone being lit, or you don't.
I don't like the
either
idea.
way?
Yeah, I don't like the idea of going through your significant
And you
other's
know what?
phones.
It's toxic. But you do it when you're in a toxic relationship and you don't know the relationship's toxic.
If you get to that point, then
It's toxic.
then you know that you probably shouldn't be in that
Yeah.
relationship.
Well, when you're young and dumb.
Yeah.
You do what you
We've
do.
all done stupid things.
All right.
But when
at
you
the
you
same
brought up
time-
compromise, right? And I feel like that's a big part of like the whole leading thing, because that leads into like, this is how I am, so I'm not gonna change, and that's like ego. And I feel like ego plays a huge part in whether or not you feel like you should be leading the relationship.
I feel like ego plays a huge part more for men than women. But correct me if I'm wrong.
I think
You said more for men.
Men, like their egos.
Oh,
matter.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I had in mind.
Yeah, 100%.
because I'm not comfortable in a relationship where, like, I know you like to say like I need my woman to make less than me. That's not true. I'm fine.
I saw that episode.
I'm fine.
Bro, you said what you said, bro.
I'm fine.
We got you on footage. Don't do that. We got you on footage.
I'm
bro.
fine if she makes more than me. I'm not fine, like I said in the episode, if every little thing that I try to do, she's doing for me instead.
It wasn't that. You was just saying that, like if
And she bought you a
we
car.
we got you a car. You're like,
I
nah.
want my own accomplishments, man. Like my
You
own
can still
car.
have your own accomplishments, man.
Like
Maybe
my
she
own
just
car.
wants to get you a car because she loves you and like, yo,
Apparently-
babe, I appreciate everything you're doing because you're leading me so well. I want to do this for you.
Nah, she demasculated him. That's what happened to you, right? That's what happened to you. She
I don't
took
like
away
that.
your masculinity, right?
I don't like that. I wouldn't say she took away my masculinity, but she took away my sense of accomplishment for something that I'm working towards. And for me personally,
but what if she didn't know you wanted the car? Like you kept that to yourself.
I will still appreciate it. But ideally, I'll get it myself.
Don't let her know that, please, because she's gonna take it. You're not appreciating what I'm giving to you.
If every relationship that I've got into, I tell them I'm not comfortable. That might be just a personal thing.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable receiving gifts because how I was raised, especially big things. Like I got a gaming system, and I'm like, damn, I wanted to get this myself. And then what now?
But now you love that shit, don't you?
I do, right? But then after we break up, what?
You play your game.
I wouldn't enjoy it as much.
Why?
Because now it's tainted.
Oh.
Now this is just a because now this is just a reminder of that raggedy ass.
No, it's not.
Mother.
No, it's not.
That's what it is to me.
It's a reminder of my pleasure for games.
That's what it is
So
to me.
you attach emotions to.
I'm 100%.
I do.
I'm 100%.
It's very sentimental.
No, I mean you could be sentimental. But like, what does it matter? Like, I got this game from you. We don't
So
rock with each other. We don't rock with each other no more. But
it depends what it is. Like, I have a very nice watch that I still wear, but then I had a ring that I returned. It depends on what it is. Not engagement ring, no. But like, you know what I mean? It depends. A gaming system, you keep that. Like,
I'll keep it.
yeah. Oh yeah, you kept it. Like, it depends on It depends on how. It depends on why it was given and the sentimental value in giving it. Like,
why'd you return the ring?
Cause it was a promise that was broken, so why am I keeping it? I got myself a new promise ring. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
I'm like that. Like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So
like
the
that.
gaming system, you keep that, you play it. You don't gotta think about her. You think about I'm playing my game. I'm having fun.
And that might not even be an ego thing. That might just be a personal thing.
I think it's a personal.
Ego definitely plays a issue though. Yeah, for sure.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Just in general though.
I know of a man who left a relationship because the woman was making too much money than him, and he.
You talking about yourself? That don't count.
This is not me.
That don't count, bro.
First of all, that would never be me. Second of all, that's not what I'm talking about. It was an older couple, and he never let her know how much he made because he was so ashamed that he was making less than her.
I don't even know how
She went with that.
How does any relationship work if you don't know how much money
person
each other's
makes?
making?
Yeah.
They weren't
How
living
does that
together.
work?
But still,
I don't need to know how much the other person makes.
You say you don't need to know.
Not until we're living together or if we're married.
I need to know, not because it's like, oh, I want to know, but it's like, I want to know what we can afford, and I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable if I want to do this and your half can't live up, and that's fine. Not saying I'm gonna bring myself down to accommodate you, but I'm gonna take that into consideration.
And you can. I feel like I take that into consideration at the time of the plan making. So if I'm like, let's go to Red Lobster, very high end. From what I hear, I've never been because it's very high end.
The cheddar biscuit.
If I can afford it,
I don't even eat seafood. So I don't know.
If I can afford it, and you can afford it, I'm gonna say, nah, I can't afford it right now. And then, nah, you know what?
See, but men don't say that.
Why would a man ever say he can't afford? That's an ego thing, bro. 100%.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you go on a date and you guys are paying, right? And then I want steak and shrimp, is that too much? You recommended the place, and I'm assuming you know the price and
see, context matters, shit, right?
Yes.
Context very matters. So if I'm picking you up, and I'm like, we're going to, we'll just say, we'll pretend the Red Lobster's a high end.
From what I hear,
I got no idea. So if I'm taking the Red Lobster, I'm already assuming I'm going to spend like at least 150.
Okay.
Probably, right? Probably like 150.
Expensive.
Like lobster, bro. If you get lobster or steak at Red Lobster, one of these high end, but they charge you like $40 for that. So you got your food, your meal. Let's assume you guys get one appetizer for yourselves and a glass of wine. I'm assuming I'm gonna spend $150. I had this conversation with my cousin the other day. Like you can't go on a date and I expect to spend at least $100, probably at least 50. With between, like let's say if you go to, even if you just go to movies, right? You do movies, you do ice cream, and food. You're gonna drop at least $100. Bro,
I don't know how you've been dating, but it's not been my experience.
No, because tickets are like, what, 15 something? Popcorn, if you want to do the cute, like, little Lux where you get some alcohol.
And you're not going to...
And then get ice cream for dessert.
On your first date there, bro, you're not going to be that cheap guy that's like, oh, let's sneak some food into the movie. You're not going to want to get off that first impression.
That's when you do that when you're in a relationship.
Yeah. Or if you've been talking... first date, bro?
She thought it was cool. She was with it. She thought it was cool.
It's like, okay, let's
I
in.
I always... I haven't bought movie food in so long. I don't remember.
Me neither.
Yeah,
but if it's a first date type thing...
I didn't care.
I'm taking that. I'll take that.
Nah.
I'll take that.
No.
So if I order steak or shrimp, are you judging me? In terms of like, oh, she kind of forcing it a little bit.
Handle that one.
Because then it's like I might as well pay for my own, and I don't want to.
No.
But I want to get what I want.
Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna front, like, as much as I rag on this not paying for dates thing, I still kind of pay for dates.
I think a guy should pay for dates. I think if you're not courting, but courting a girl, first 3 dates could be on you. 4th one, I'm paying. 4th one, I'm automatically paying. I may pay for the 3rd if I really like you.
No, I agree. I feel like
it's kind of like it's not that I don't like. I don't care about paying for a date in the moments. Like I kind of like feel like I should pay for the date.
Because what do you attribute that to?
I don't know. Maybe
you feel like you just take care of her.
Maybe it's that.
Women wants to be wined and dined.
It could be an ego thing. It could be a traditional thing. But I just feel like if we're going on a date for the first or second time, and I'm like I was the only person you, and like yeah.
So what if she invites you on the date?
What if she's the aggressive one? She's like, well, you pull out your wallet. She's like, nah, put it out of the way. Son, I'll pay.
Chill out.
No, like, are you my mother? So she invites you on a date. Yeah. Do you think you have to pay?
I assume I'm going half and half. I wouldn't assume like I'm expected to cover the whole
thing.
Yeah,
I wouldn't expect.
Yeah, I don't think. If I'm inviting you out, I'm prepared to pay the whole thing. If you want to do half, that would be nice. But I'm prepared to do the whole thing because I'm asking you out. This is why I'm not a feminist.
That's
like
you're different. You're different.
I feel like feminists are like equal, but then they don't really want to be equal.
I mean, but freaking I'm not gonna say no names, but the freaking guy we know that goes on a ton of dates says like a lot of women he dates are feminists and they always go half and half.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying. So
I thought he was getting lucky, but after a certain
point,
I thought
he was getting lucky too. But
it's more
he's
normal.
saying like he go on like 15, like how many dates whatever you go. I'll say 15, and he's going half and half on every one of them. Or sometimes even covering his whole thing.
Yeah,
and he was.
And they be getting drinks, so it's not cheap.
You know what? Sometimes it's like an ego booster for the girl. Like, oh, I can afford this. Like, I got this.
See,
I'm not gonna lie, because
it is all about ego though, son. Like if you're like, especially if it's the first date, we might judge you. I'm not gonna lie. Like if you ordering steak and shrimp, but it's also at the same time like, oh, you trying to test me? Like you try, like it's definitely gonna be one of those things. Like,
I'll be comfortable with it depending on how you're treating me. If I've been on dates where they've been on their phones the whole time.
Yeah.
Look up. Oh, can I get the steak and shrimp?
Oh yeah, fuck out of here.
Nah. Actually, she wants the wings. But if we're making good conversation, I'm having a good time. You're having a good time, and we're getting that connection. You order the steak and shrimp. I don't care.
If I order the steak and shrimp, I'm offering you some of my steak and shrimp because that's a big. I see what you guys go through. You guys are spending money, and I get that. Of course. So you want some steak? You want some shrimp?
You know, a lot of women will go for the steak and shrimp just for the steak and shrimp, but then never text back, never call back. That'll be it.
I'm not a meal thought.
You know that's.
I think that's so disrespectful. I think that's so disrespectful.
Like we were,
but like we said,
guys who are cautious of that, think about that too.
But listen to what we just said though.
What
we just said: if we go on dates and we ask a girl out, we expect to pay for the meal.
Right.
So if you're a female, like.
It's a free meal.
Yeah, that's how they. I mean,
that's how girls look at it. 100%. It's
definitely fucked up.
Yeah.
But as long as you don't see it as just a free meal.
No, there's girls who see that as just a free meal.
That's the one I have an issue.
That is not okay.
Of course, it's not okay.
That's just like when I pay for the date, so we're gonna fuck. You can't what? Like you expect you're doing it for a reason.
What if we get you the steak and shrimp?
I'm happy you said this.
What happened?
What if we get you the steak and shrimp?
I'm not fucking with steak and shrimp.
I'm fucking with you, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But there's guys who think that.
No. Yeah, so this girl, she went to the bar, and she kept accepting drinks from a dude that she knew she wasn't gonna fuck that night. Mm-hmm. And I want to be careful about how I say this, but there's a certain implication when you're like, okay, you're being mad friendly with me, you're flirting with me, right? Touching shoulders, all this type of stuff. And then you know it damn well you're just doing this for free drinks.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, like, I want to be careful. I want to be careful how I say it.
Say what you want, man. Get off your chest.
Judgment free. Go ahead.
It is judgment free, but it's like, when that happens, it's just like, we just charge it to the game. Where it's like, you know, this is the risk as a guy I'm taking.
It shouldn't be this way.
But it shouldn't be a risk because she shouldn't be doing that,
right.
in my opinion.
Let's be real.
Like a drink or two to start conversation, fine. But after the second drink, if he's really trying to fuck, you're going to see that and you're going to feel that vibe.
What if it's not even just trying to fuck? What if he's just like, you know, he's just trying to bag you. He's just trying to get your number. What if once it's like, oh, damn, like the conversation, I have a good conversation with you. And
I have a problem with just men buying women drinks at the club for favors in general. So I can't really speak. I've never done that. I can't really speak much on it.
No, you can't. But I'm just saying. I don't even go to the club, right? I'm just saying there's an implication. There's an implication where when
there is an implication.
Yeah, and it goes back to the food thing too, where it's like if I'm buying you like dinner and all this type of stuff. I'm not expecting to fuck or whatever.
Right, but you're expecting at least don't stay on your phone. You're expecting an experience.
Yeah.
Like a vibe in general. That's what I mean.
What's the vibe you're trying to experience? Like what do you expect when you take a girl out on a date and you say you spend over $100? What are you expecting at the end of the date?
I'm expecting to have fun on the date, to make good conversation, and to see you again.
Okay. Guys don't expect that. Guys expect next time.
If we fuck.
Yeah. That would be nice. But I'm not going into expecting it.
And I won't lie. That's what I'm trying to lead up to. But if it doesn't happen, I'm cool with it. Yeah. I'm not expecting it, but that's what I'm shooting for.
A lot of guys, I went on an amazing date.
Uh-huh.
And he paid everything. I was gonna pay for dessert. He already took the money. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it back. That's fine. So then next time we wanted to hang out, he was like, oh, do you want to come over to my house? I don't know you. Like, I met you on a date. I met you on a date.
One date's not enough.
One date's not enough for me to come to your house. And honestly, there's too much shit going on, especially in Boston.
I said that, but then
it comes from a female perspective.
Yeah.
It's very different. Very different.
Honestly, my friends, ever since the girl who died went to venue.
Yeah, Jazzy.
Yeah.
That honestly really did impact a lot of girls' point of view. Especially, at least me and my friends, we're just like the whole Netflix and chill. Yeah, that could have flew like last year. That's fine. Now it's like I don't know you. I'm not going to your house. And I tell you that in a very respectful manner.
I'm never gonna be present. So it's like
Once I said that, and I even offered to take him out on a date.
Whoa.
The second date.
Whoa.
Really?
How do you feel about that?
I liked him. I didn't know him to like him. I liked the experience I had.
You were interested in him?
I was interested in him.
Okay.
Never heard from him again.
Ooh. After you asked him out?
After I asked him out. After he said, oh, I respect your decision to not come over. Yeah. And I offered to take him out. Never heard from him again.
That's fair.
That means you were expecting after that one date,
right?
You spent over $100. Whoop-de-doo. That you was like, you know what I mean? Like you was gonna get, and it's just like I don't understand.
A lot of guys have that
date equals that.
Nah, it's not that. It's just I just go back to the ego thing, where it's just like I'm taking you to Seaport, spend over $100. It's not. I'm expecting to fuck anything like that. I'm expecting to have a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I was saying. Like right.
Whatever a good time means.
Yeah. I mean,
ideally, it ends with. I was fucking, but it doesn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
You fucked on the first date?
If I expect it, I don't expect it, but I go for it. I don't expect it, but I go for it.
You expect an A+, but you'll settle for a B. That's okay.
I like that.
Right.
That's a good way, boy. That's a good way, boy.
Like I feel like that should, as a man, just in general, that's the purpose of the first date, to get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to you while you're having a good time, while you want me to get closer, until eventually.
You sound like you scheming like hell, bro.
You do a little bit.
That's bro. We're having a good time, and the point is to have fun. Laugh, get closer, hook up. If that happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'll give you a kiss. Good night. See you again.
See, the see you again doesn't happen.
Yeah,
doesn't have to happen.
The see you again is not guaranteed either.
It's not. It's not.
So it's
as long as you had a good time,
it's a massive. Like all right. No, here's the
thing. That's why
would you pay for a date if it wasn't like going well? I'll ask you that. And would you expect the guy to pay for a date if it wasn't going well? Like if you just not vibing. Or like y'all have no.
You still have to pay for the date.
You still have to pay for the date.
You still have to pay for the date. But that's why for my first dates, I don't go somewhere where I have to spend a lot of money. That's my first dates are very simple.
Yeah.
It could be a walk in the park.
Okay.
It could be a very simple drink and dinner. It could be a movie. It could be whatever. It's very simple usually. I'm not gonna give you the opportunity to get a steak and shrimp on the first date.
Yeah. And I think that's smart. Because a lot of girls are only going on dates to eat.
You're still gonna spend at least $70 though.
I have been for 2 days for
if you're doing a movie dinner type thing, you spend at least $70. That's a typical first date.
I've been to days for like $40. Went very well.
Where you going, bro?
I'll let you on some secrets.
This man, This man,
taking days, bro. Go for a walk.
You taking stories to McDonald's, bro. Let me find out, bro.
For $40 at McDonald's, bro. I wouldn't mind. That's a feast.
Hey, you don't gotta get off the dollar menu, baby. That's what you doing, bro.
No, you don't have to make an expensive first date to have a good time.
That's true.
No, that's a valid.
Because a lot of
ice cream and walk in the park.
You want to go on a walk in the park?
Yeah.
A lot of people say, "Oh my god, a walk in the park." There's something like.
If it's a good setup, if it's at night, you can still have that romantic experience.
Yeah.
I don't do day dates. That's a whole different topic, episode, whatever. But for me, when it comes to dating, I want to be the one to set up the dates. Like when you said you asked that dude out, I was like, ooh, is that why he didn't really reply to you?
That's your own insecurity if that's the case.
Get the hell out of here.
I don't, because
that's an insecurity thing.
I want to,
out of here,
for her to, I don't want to be courted. I want to do the courting.
I understand that, but I don't think me asking you out on a date is taking away from your that's an insecurity that
I'm not saying it's taken away from my masculinity. I'm not saying I'll stop fucking with you for that, but I would prefer to be the one to be like, let's do this for at least the first 2-3 dates.
And I get that, but I think the reason why I stepped forward was because I told you I'm not coming to your house, and you said okay, but you didn't follow. I mean, I should have never done that either.
Right, you were trying to.
Yeah, but it's like you didn't follow back with a, but I'll still take you out tonight.
Okay. Right.
Which I should have never even offered at that point.
I'm not saying a female should never ask me out. I'm cool with that, but I would prefer to do the courting.
Is that really the court? If she says like, okay, we have a first date. It's like I want to see you again. Like what's
that's fine. Say I want, but if she's like, all right, I'm gonna pick you up at 7. We're gonna go to Fridays. We're gonna go to IHOP, whatever. So, okay,
I'm not.
Then it's like,
but then y'all just going back and forth with dates though. Yeah. So it's like you had your chance to lead or whatever, and then like maybe I want to go somewhere.
What if she has a date idea that she really thinks you would like, and she just wants to,
like she has a suggestion.
Yeah. Like let's go to paint night. Well, she does that,
and it's coming up soon, and she has to ask you.
Yeah, if it's like an event, that's like
paint night's not an event. Paint night's a regular type Saturday night thing, bro.
Paint night was. Wait, which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about like any one of them, bro. Like, oh,
the one that I went to was like.
I'm
all right,
whatever.
All right, go ahead.
I'm talking about, hey, there's this cool place I know of that you can paint and have drinks.
All right, I'm fine with that.
I didn't sound like that 2 minutes ago, bro. That's all I'm
I would prefer to be the one to set the dates. But if she has a cool date idea that she wants, and I know she'd have a good time over there,
so is it the ego thing, bro, or are you saying that to the masculinity thing?
Is it an ego thing? It might just be an ego thing. I don't think it's masculine because I don't feel like less of a man if she asks me out. But I still want to be the one. I still want to be the one to wine and dine you and make you feel like you're being swept off your feet, and you can be swept off your feet if you're the one doing the sweeping.
Okay, so then what are all these memes about guys saying, guys, you deserve to be swept off your feet. You deserve to be this. So do you not agree with that?
Of course, I'm a prize.
What
you mean? But that's the thing is, so if a girl wants to treat you like a prize, you gotta let her treat you like a prize.
Here's the thing.
Know your worth, kings.
Know your worth, Kings.
That's all facts. Here's the thing. I feel like that statement is a little bit misguided. Okay. In what guys are gonna expect from females nowadays. Mm-hmm. It's just like, how women are misguided and how, these neo songs come out, Miss Independent. Mm-hmm. Now, there's all these, she thinks she has to be a certain way now. Mm-hmm. You can expect to be swept off your feet, but not in the beginning as the guy, as the one in the lead. No. If I'm in a relationship, of course I'm going to be expected to be like.
I don't think those memes are saying that though. It's just
isn't that what you're referring to?
Nah, I don't think those like. I see a couple memes where it's like, yeah, you put in all the work, but then like she's just kind of just chilling. So you got to reciprocate some of that energy that you're giving her.
She doesn't have to do it in the sense of paying for the dates or
she doesn't have
or setting the dates, but she can
pay for the dates if she wants to.
If she wants to.
And you're not gonna feel some type of way about
I would prefer if she does. I would tell her I got it, but if she insists, I'll be like, all right, fine, then do it.
Okay, so what if like 1 out of every 5 dates she wants to pay? That's gonna bother you?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I like that. That's a new rule.
I mean,
no, that's not that's just a scenario.
I like that.
That's just a scenario. So then you saying that you want to be the aggressor in the sense of like you're taking charge of the so a woman wanting to pursue you and wanting to do what you do, a woman being that aggressive, that's a problem.
If they're being aggressive, like if they ask me for my number or can I take you out sometime and stuff like that.
The way you want to court, she wants to court you. Like you sit down, I got this.
Nah, hell no, hell no.
Okay.
How aggressive are you courting females? That's the thing. I think we gotta go back to that because maybe he's not. How aggressive are you courting them though?
I'm not hyper aggressive.
So she's not being hyper.
No, but if she's being my level of aggressive, she's hyper aggressive in terms of what is feminine. A feminine shouldn't be the aggressor at all. At all.
You see, we say that, and then, like, if she liked me, or if say a girl likes you, right? How are you supposed to know? Like,
if she likes me?
Yeah, why can't she just shoot her shot?
If a girl likes you, she'll make it known that she likes you, and she doesn't have to I want to take you out.
I've talked to a lot of females where they're just like,
I look at you, you should know what that means.
Exactly, it's like a pride.
Exactly,
it's a pride thing.
Exactly, and it's not. She's coming up, hey, what's your number? Can I take you out? That's not what she's doing.
But some girls do that.
But now that's what I don't like.
But now you miss your shot though.
I can't shoot my shot.
That's what I don't like. I don't like it that way.
It's 2019.
I don't like it that way.
It's 2019. Shoot your shot.
I don't like it that way.
Shoot my shot.
Shoot your shot.
So because I'm aggressive and I feel like, and I'm independent, I can't pay for the date. That's why. See, this is what I don't get. This is what I don't get.
I'm saying you can pay for the date for the first date. I got it. First of all, for the first date, I got it. After that, if you want to pay,
when I was in college, bro, I had a shorty slide in my DMs before, bro. Is that like not acceptable for you?
Because they're shooting a shot.
Yeah, bro.
What I'm talking about in person, sliding in the DM, that's a whole different ball game.
It's the same. It's still shooting a shot.
It's the same concept.
Yes, it's a whole different ball game. How else is she supposed to get your attention if she only knows you over social media?
We go to the same school, bro. Like I see you in class.
I would prefer it. I would prefer it if
she just like
struck up conversation over some shit.
But you just said you don't want. Hey, can I get your number?
Hey, can I get you right? I don't want that. But if you strike up conversation about other things,
question,
put yourself on my radar. Put yourself on my radar, and if I like you,
that is me putting myself. Can I get your number? I'm on your radar.
In a more subtle way. Put yourself on my radar. In a more subtle way. And if I like you, I will court you. Don't come here trying to be like, come. Like,
see, now I feel like we're going like backwards now, bro.
It's difficult for guys. It's difficult for girls because now I can't shoot my shot without seeing a little bit too. Ooh, she's too much.
But it's 2019 though.
DMs are fine.
But yet you guys want a girl who's gonna not only receive but give as well. But when I try to give, it's a problem.
Who said you was talking about the giving? I didn't say nothing about the giving.
Like in terms of like, okay, you want me, okay, your perspective, you want to court, you want to do this, you want to spoil the girl. Absolutely fine. But then you also, on the other hand, have guys who are like, oh, guys do too much for girls. Girls are just receiving, they don't give, blah, blah, blah. But once I try to quote unquote step into that assertive role, I'm too much.
All right, you got anything to say?
I'm gonna let you take this one, bro.
I feel like
because you're the one that's fighting this, bro.
We defined masculinity.
Right
we never defined femininity.
All right, so what? Okay. What you just said was we touched on it a little bit. You said it was being like submissive.
How would you find? That's not all the femininity.
I'm not.
How would you?
Go ahead, bro.
You're the female.
Go ahead.
How would you define femininity?
I feel like I'm different. I feel like for me, femininity, I need to choose my words carefully.
No, you don't.
Not even that, but I just need to. This topic is just so back and forth. I just feel like no one has it straight, which is fine because there's things I'm going to say. It sounds like, oh, that's contradicting what you said last time. For me, I can only be feminine if I have someone to be feminine with.
Yes.
That's me.
100%.
But in saying that, right now, I don't have someone to necessarily be that. So if I want to be the aggressive one, you shouldn't take that as, oh, she's too much. Once I get comfortable, you show me that you can lead or whatever, I'm going to be feminine. It's not like I'm always going to challenge your masculinity. But as of right now, why am I going to give that energy straight off the bat when I have no one to give it to?
When I'm receiving masculine energy from a female suitor, right off the bat.
What is masculine energy from a female suitor? Hey, what's your number? That's masculine energy?
You coming to me and trying to court me.
Bro.
Yes.
You know, I feel like this guy's just all in like left field. You know?
No. It's like saying like we
about to turn this into 2 minute part, bro. You way out there, bro.
Let's make it a simpler example.
Mm-hmm.
I pick you up. Mm-hmm. I'm on a date.
Yeah.
We're driving to the destination.
Okay.
Make this turn. You like the female in the make this turn. It was fast if you go this way, and she's trying to direct me on how to go. That's very simple. It's very small. Mm-hmm. It's not really being masculine. But then it's like,
okay.
It's like
you guys just connected and I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm like, I'm taking you to the date. Just
what's
relax.
wrong with that? I know a faster way.
Relax.
I don't get it. But how is me showing you direction?
Don't worry about.
I'm trying to save you gas because I know I'm getting steak and ship at the date.
Don't worry about my gas, bro. Don't worry about my gas. Don't worry about my guys.
So you clearly understand where he's coming from. Explain me because I don't.
I do understand where he's coming from.
It's something very small. It doesn't attack. I'm not gonna be like, damn, I can't focus you no more.
But it's like you taking the lead position now, where it's like, okay, I'm the one that's like, I'm gonna be in charge today, but now you trying to like not only throw off my plans, but you like, oh, do this.
Saving 10 minutes on a ride is me.
It might not even be like 10 minutes. You be like, hit this back road. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. Nah. Like we going here. Like
let's enjoy the ride.
Sure I am, but I'm just saying. Oh, hey, if we go this way, it's a little faster.
I believe you, but let's go. Let's continue.
It's so hard to be a woman because the fact that this is a situation that even comes up is, yo, I am masculine then. I am very masculine then.
I wanna let me take a crack at defining femininity, right? Mm-hmm. So, in my opinion, femininity is all about nurturing, right? It's about receiving. It's about going with the flow. It's about, creativity and all that stuff, as opposed to masculinity, which is more structured and focused and driven and, assertive and all that stuff.
So I can't be spontaneous?
Yes, I'm not saying as a man you can only be masculine. That's it. Men can tap into their feminine energy, bro.
Me going with the flow is tapping
spontaneous, however you say that word, and creativity. That's you tapping into feminine energy.
All right, stretch, man. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead. No,
say what you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Say what you want.
Go ahead.
Say what you want. Going with the flow, being spontaneous. That's all part of the feminine. And as a man, it's okay to be in touch with your feminine. That's all I gotta say about that. Right? And so, when it comes to the whole driving situation.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna challenge you again. Going with the flow is feminine.
There's a lot of guys who are feminine then, because a lot of guys are very good with. But here's where I can somewhat see what you're saying.
Men don't have to be just masculine. Men have feminine traits as well.
But I wouldn't describe that as feminine, though.
I would.
I see.
I would.
I don't describe it as feminine, but if you're very go with the flow, that puts the woman in a position to be very structured, and then they may feel like they're leading,
like
and then they may feel like, yo, you're not being a man.
It's almost like it all makes sense.
I'm not going to say it's a feminine trait, but that can lead to a woman taking on a quote-unquote masculine trait and feeling like she's leading the relationship.
What if you're just dolo and you just like going with the flow? Like,
and what does that mean?
Like, all right, today's Tuesday, and I'm gonna do some random shit today. Like I don't got a plan for today.
That's fine. I'm saying a man can tap into his feminine.
You need to find a woman.
Why are you so offended by this?
I don't think it's feminine. I just think it leads to women being quote unquote masculine.
The idea
if the if the opposite of this is masculinity, what does it make this? If the opposite of this is masculinity, what does it make this?
It makes you feminine.
This is not no black and white thing.
It doesn't make you feminine. It's a feminine trait, and it's okay for men to have. I'm very spontaneous sometimes.
I'm not saying that, bro.
And if a man is more in touch with his feminine side, then that's him. That's what he's more comfortable moving in. That's
Question
fine.
For you: do you have a problem, quote unquote, having a feminine trait?
Why are you so offended by this?
No. I'm not. That's not my issue.
You just don't agree that goes into feminine.
Son, you see my freaking life, bro. I have like a schedule, bro. You literally see that.
Very structured schedule.
But I can say it makes me like, oh, I'm a man now. Yeah. So I don't
see it. That's your masculine trait. If you have more masculine traits than feminine traits, then you're a more masculine guy. It's really that simple.
I'll forgo this point, but continue with your feminine definition, bro.
I see both of your sides.
Continue.
I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. I'm gonna get back to it, but you have a very structured life. You have a lot of masculine traits, and you have some feminine traits. If you have more masculine traits than feminine traits, then you're a more masculine person. What's wrong with that?
But why is being structured masculine?
That's what I'm saying.
That's just part of masculinity because
says who?
That's just part of the.
You see the problem I have with that because a lot of women can carry it's not masculine, but a woman carrying these traits, then quote unquote she's masculine, then quote unquote she's not feminine, then quote unquote I can't be with her.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. A woman can be structured. She can have a schedule as well. That doesn't mean she's a masculine woman.
But what if her traits are more masculine than feminine?
If she has more masculine traits than feminine traits, she's a more masculine woman. But just because you're structured doesn't make you automatically more masculine.
All right, just continue with the. I want to break down these traits so we can see if we'll see if Tati is more masculine than feminine. So keep going. Let's keep going.
All right, I'm just shooting up the top right here. I don't have a list.
Just keep going, bro. Go with your traits, bro.
All right, so for femininity, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like femininity is nurturing. Do you disagree with that?
No, I don't disagree.
It's valid. 100%. Yeah.
Femininity is about receiving, while masculinity is about giving. Men want to give love. Women want to receive love. Do you disagree with that?
I don't disagree, but I don't totally agree.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, I want to know a man can be a man. I want to be able to be taken care of. But at the same time, it's not a situation where I want to be taken care of. I don't do anything. I also want to give.
Bro, you see how dudes are when they sick, bro?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
The biggest babies in the world, bro. Man, I seen with my own eyes, bro. Like my dad when he's sick, bro. What? My mom, like.
And then you're giving something, right? You're giving him the care and the love and the attention.
But he wants to receive
it,
though.
Right.
Does that make him feminine for wanting to receive in that situation?
I think you're understanding something very important right now. Is that masculinity and femininity are very closely intertwined.
They are very closely intertwined.
They're opposites. They have a lot of differences, but they're very closely related. All right. In the nurturing, there's giving, right?
Yes.
But men don't really nurture as much as women do, right?
Yes.
They give in other ways.
I'm not debating the nurturing.
Right.
I'm not debating nurturing. That's
Right.
the giving and receiving thing. But continue.
All right.
Continue. I'm not gonna stop at every point. I want you to just keep going.
So we have the nurturing, we have the receiving, we have the going with the flow. This is the big one. The going with the flow.
Well, like I said, we'll let it slide. If I want to break down all these traits. I want to know how masculine I am in Khalil's eyes.
All right.
I want to know how feminine Tati is in your eyes, man. So let's break this down, man.
What other traits are there that would attribute to femininity?
Aggression is one, right?
Not for femininity.
No. I mean for masculinity. Aggression.
Yeah. I would say assertiveness and
assuredness. Because
okay.
we're labeled as aggressive, and it's just like I what is aggressive? What is a woman being like? I don't get that.
Bro, you said her shooting her shot. Like
it's
her
aggressive.
asking for your number, like you don't like that because it's masculine, bro.
I don't like it. I'm not. All right, so I want to clear this up. By saying I don't like it doesn't mean I'm gonna turn this woman away.
No, understandable.
All right.
We're not saying that.
Understandable, but that puts something in your mind that's not necessarily something I vibe with all the way.
That's not something.
Why is that? Why can't I be assertive? Why do I have to stay in this box of feminine? Like why?
You don't have to. And if you shoot your shot that way, and I get to know you, and it turns out that you have just the right amount of balance that I'm looking for, and you balance well with my masculinity and femininity, we complement each other, that's fine. Even if you're sort of asking people for their numbers, that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything inherently wrong with you having that masculine trait. It's just that I don't like that masculine trait when it's pushed upon me.
That view a lot of guys have, and I don't get it. Like, I see it.
We like the thrill of the chase, and if that's robbed from us...
I want to chase. I want to hunt.
You just took that from me.
That chase has got me in a lot of trouble, man.
We like the thrill of the chase.
Yeah, why don't we get bored? Now what?
What do you mean?
You know exactly. Well, you just get bored. Like, oh yeah, I got you. Now I'm bored.
Oh, I mean, it happens all the time.
Else.
Yeah, that's what happens all the time.
It gets you in trouble, man. Now you just feel like a jackass.
You feel like it because you are.
I mean, people, it just wasn't as easy as thought it would be.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you only seek the thrill of the chase, then that's an issue. But if you like the thrill of the chase and you like that aspect of the relationship, the courtship part, which is the part that I like a lot, one of the parts I like a lot, and then I want to get to experience that. And I feel like a lot of women want to experience that. Women want to be wined and dined.
What is
in general,
your
the feminine women
opinion on the black independent woman? I don't need a man to do anything for me. Do you think that is hindering them?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not gonna lie. Like you can be like if my girl's about her business, bro, I'm gonna love that. Like you got your own goals, you got your own aspirations. You're
Fine.
Doing internships, you're doing like all this. I'm with that 100%. But then when you start screaming this, I don't need no man nonsense. I'm like, all right, bro. So hey, you don't need me. You all handle yourself, love. You all good. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a turn off where it's like, where's you being strong and independent going with? I don't need no man. Like, where's that come from?
It's because it comes from a situation where we think like the minute we have a man, they expect us to submissive, and like you said, submissive. If you don't know what that means, and if it's not with the right person, it's negative. Because me, when I hear like, oh yeah, you're gonna be submissive, I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm not.
Right.
But when I
natural reaction.
No, like honestly, it is because I'm like, no, I can do this. I can pay bills. I don't need a man.
Yeah.
But I can see how it hinders us because like you don't need a man. Yes, no one needs anybody. No one needs anyone.
So why even point it out?
Why even point it out? I understand because society makes us think we need you. Like,
no, you don't need me. It's like a massive turnoff. It's like, bro, like, oh, I'm this. You just scream at the top of your lungs, like congratulating yourself. I'm like, okay.
But people because I think a lot of women have been in situations where guys take advantage of them needing the guy in terms of like, okay, you need me, but they get fucked over. So then like, I don't need you anymore. Right. Like, I don't need anyone. I can do it by myself. And yeah, I understand it's a turnoff. I get it. But it's coming from a place of when I was completely vulnerable with that man and I needed him, he used that against me and did whatever the fuck he did. And I went back and he did whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Once you need someone, I
understand that.
But it's not your fault. It's not the other guy's fault. Like, we can't hold
that
against.
But now going forward, you screaming off the I don't need no man thing. It's really not gonna be like, okay, oh damn, like
she looks like a challenge. She looks like it's gonna be difficult, and I get that. No,
and it can happen in more subtle ways as well. Because if I know from stories and from experience, women who tend to be more career minded, more business driven, they're just about goals. They can't really find men as easily as women who go with the flow more and who more who are less about that and more about, you know, having fun and, you know, playing around and all that stuff. Hard. Because I feel like men, like, we subconsciously pick up that masculine vibe, and masculine doesn't go together. Even in gay lesbian relationships, there's a masculine, there's a feminine. Masculine doesn't go together. So if I'm chilling with this girl, I'm on a first date, and all she talks about is her job, or if I'm at a company function and I'm surrounded by a bunch of people, and here we got this woman who is, you know, all about her business, just talking about her job, you know, whatever, and then here we have this woman who is having drinks with me, laughing, flirting, flicking her hair, all that stuff. Who am I going to pay attention to?
I get that.
The more feminine one.
But then it comes to a situation, a woman who's career driven can't find a man, and it's like, that's not fair.
But I think like,
it's a very unfortunate side effect,
because like some women are not going to give you that energy until you show that you're worthy of it. Like, I'm not just gonna be vulnerable with you just off right at the bat. Like, you know what I mean? I have to trust you, know that I'm going to be.
That's fair.
You know?
Yeah, but this isn't about vulnerability per se. It's more about being open to receive. Right? Yeah. These women who I don't need a man, they're not really open to giving what I have to offer. Why would I spend time with you? Why would I even bother with you?
That's true.
And like I said, femininity is about receiving. So if I'm trying to give and you're trying to give, and we're just here trying to, no, take this, no, you take this. What are we doing? You're my boy now. You're my, what's good, bro?
So, but then in terms of that, so if you expect her to compromise to, you know, be a little bit more, you have to compromise in some aspects as well. And you have to go tap into your feminine traits as well.
What do you mean? What feminine
because
traits?
It's like,
you talking about the giving and receiving thing, so now you have to receive some shit.
Yeah, like if I'm sick and I need to be nurtured.
No. It's like off some shit like, hey,
you don't have to be sick.
Today's Wednesday, I'm bringing you lunch. Like some shit like that.
That'd be great. Yeah, I like that.
Today's Wednesday. I'm picking you up at 7 o'clock. Be ready. I'm taking you out to this and I'm paying. Not in the way I said it. Yeah. Not the way I said it. But that's coming. Like, you got to receive that. Because if her natural, the way she is, if she's naturally, quote unquote, a little bit more masculine.
She's going to need a more feminine guy. I'm sorry.
You have to be able to tap into that.
No, but she's just going to need a more feminine guy. If you're a more masculine woman, you're going to need to find a guy who's more feminine himself. If you're a more masculine, you know, man, you need a man or a woman who is more feminine. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It comes to the energies. If you're masculine, you need to get with the feminine.
I see what you're saying.
But
can't that more masculine woman just tap into her more feminine side?
Yeah,
she could. She can decide what she's comfortable with. And if you're trying to tap into something that's not your essence, it's not really who you are, then it's not going to last. You're going to try, but then you're going to snap back into who you really are, and then the relationship is going to go down the drain.
I think you just need to let a woman love you. And if she loves you the way you love her, it's okay. It's okay.
I know this.
It's okay.
It don't sound like it, bro.
It's okay for her to be a little bit more masculine from time to time. It's okay to be taken care of.
A woman's love is amazing. And I love, you know, being nurtured. And you know, when I come home, it's like, welcome home, sit down, I cooked you dinner, how was your day, rub my back, all that stuff she can give me in certain ways, right? That's fine. She's giving to me at that point. I'm receiving all that. I love all of that. Give it to me. I don't mind. If it's like, all right, your car's outside, your new car's outside.
Thank you, wife.
Yeah, like, yo.
Thank you.
You tripping, bro. I'm gonna say you tripping, and let's get away from you, because you just all out.
I might just be weird.
Nah, you definitely would. But hey, man, it's all right.
So then, if a man's more
emotional, yeah, I was gonna say that. But no, we should be asking you this question.
Oh yeah.
Asking you this question. All right, so how would you feel if your man was more emotional?
More emotional than me, or emotional?
I'm just saying.
More emotional than you.
Steps at a time.
Emotional is easy. Everyone got emotions.
No. I mean, yes. Well, look at you, right? Oh, going back to you again. Damn.
I have emotions.
You don't like to cry. You said you won't cry.
I can express sadness and anger as much as any woman can.
But you won't. It's like
no, I will, but I won't cry. But I'll express
sadness. Why won't you cry?
We got into that. It's a whole really weird like thing. But whatever.
But I can still express my emotions without crying.
But let's say if your man is a crier, how's that making you feel?
What are you crying about?
Regular shit.
You called him a name.
Like regular. All right.
I've heard that before. I told you about that in the episode. I know a girl who called her ex. She was at a family function. She's like, "Oh, you're stupid." He's like, "What would you call me stupid?"
That's just force. Let's be more reasonable.
Okay. Why is that not reasonable?
Because if you called me stupid in front of your family, I'm not crying. I'm walking away.
Yeah.
I'm
so
being mad.
Let's be reasonable.
All right. Go ahead.
You're watching like a sad romance movie together, and y'all both start crying. He starts crying. You're not gonna look at him like a little weird.
I'm like,
it's
I'm gonna be surprised. I'm like, oh,
you're gonna be surprised.
Okay, I'm gonna be surprised, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, this nigga is a little. No.
So y'all watching Noble together, and it's like, or I don't know, whatever.
Is there a sad part in that?
I don't know. I never.
I
should say movie. What's the
Titanic?
Yeah, say Titanic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Leo dies.
Mm-hmm.
He starts crying. How's that gonna make you feel?
I'm gonna be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
Oh, no,
yes,
I'm laughing.
but I'm dead. I'm gonna be surprised. I might laugh.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I might laugh in the
girl,
sense
have
of
a
like,
heart.
Just off the
No,
surprise.
but
Just
it's
off
not
the
that-
surprise. Like, whoa.
It's not even just that, because like that movie's not that sad for you to be crying. You're really crying at Titanic. That's why I'm laughing. Not the fact that you're a man crying.
What if it's a really sad movie? There was like Dear. Was it Dear?
Dear John.
Dear John. Yeah. I did watch that one. Like the dude's dying of cancer, so he just writes his wife like a bunch of letters for her to find.
Oh wait, that's not Dear John.
Oh, it must be.
But that's a
movie.
Dear something. I know
It's,
that movie.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's a different movie, right?
Yeah.
He dies.
Damn.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Spoiler. He dies. So if your man like
he
starts
cries
crying
like
when he dies, and it's like, damn.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna be surprised, but I'm not gonna be like, yo, he's very emotional. He's not. No.
That's a very specific instance.
But what if it's like
never
a
gonna be
regular occurrence though? Not only with movies, but just like what things happen to him. Like, yo, babe, I had like a really bad day at work
That's what I'm
today.
thinking of.
I had like a really bad day at work
What if he
today.
throws
My
tantrums
boss,
all the time?
Yeah. Well,
No, then
I don't want the angry. I don't want the angry.
No, but I'm like,
I want
I'm
the
so
set,
frustrated.
I don't even take that as. It wouldn't be because you're a man. It's just because you're too sensitive for me. Period. In terms of if I had a best friend that's too, I'm like, yo, you're too sensitive for me, my personality.
Okay.
It's not because you're a man, you can't.
But now speak on behalf of all women.
So, speaking on behalf of all women, no matter how much we say we want a man to show their emotions, we mean we want a man to show their emotions. Says, oh babe, I love you, but not babe, yo, I'm really going through some shit. I'm about to cry. I'm depressed. No one wants to deal with that. Let's be honest.
Right.
Girls say, and
No.
this is stereotypical.
I love the honesty.
This is stereotypical view. This is not even my view, but this is the stereotypical view. You want your man to be emotional when it comes to you. Yeah. In terms of showing you. You want him to be emotional when you're receiving something. But when it's time for him to be emotional and you have to give a part of yourself to him, a lot of girls don't think of that aspect of being emotional. And it's like, that's the part you have to deal with.
And you think that's what those memes you're talking about? How guys just be giving, but the women don't give?
No, but like she said,
don't
like,
give no support?
if you're going through some stuff,
and she don't give no support.
Yeah.
I think a lot of women fail to treat their kings like kings. And when I see those memes, I'm not mad. But when I see the men that are posting these memes, I'm mad because you don't deserve. Because I know what you're doing, and you don't deserve to be treated the way you want to be treated.
And also, are you really a king if you're in a relationship where you're not really getting treated the way you want to be treated?
You're not.
Yeah,
At some point, you have to
you
gotta respect yourself more than you love the other person. And you always have to love yourself. And a lot of people fail to do that. I feel like a lot of guys fail to do that too. No matter how much you want to say niggas ain't shit, girls fuck up too. And we're not
Nobody's
the best.
Shit.
And yeah, really. Nobody. And a lot of people don't take into consideration the emotional abuse, physical abuse that guys go through in relationships as well. And I feel like girls need to start doing that more.
We gotta get you back here, man.
Like a lot of girls treat guys like shit because of what other guys did, and that's not fair to them. That's not fair to the good
Also,
guys.
because they feel like because they're women and they're men, they have the right to do that, and that goes into like the whole "I can hate you, but you can't hit me" thing. And that's a whole different. That's a whole different episode.
Ooh,
It's a whole different episode. But like I remember,
different episode. Oh man, you baiting me, bro. How you gonna talk? Oh.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say this real quick thing on it. I was reading up on that, and apparently there was a Facebook chat for women who abuse their men, and they just go and they brag about it. And this girl found out about it, and she sends screenshots of it to like her guy friend, and it was like these women talking about, oh, I pushed my guy through the glass window, he had to go to the hospital, ha ha ha, or I stabbed him in the thigh, he had to go to ha ha ha, and all of them, oh, that's so funny, I tripped mine the other day, and he fell and fucking broke his nose, ha ha ha. It's just like that, just bragging about the shit.
You talking about some psychopaths?
In the chat.
Yeah, this is all right.
But that's really going on, and I feel like those guys are still with them because they're like,
they're scared.
I'm the guy. I can't really.
One thing I'll say
I have to take it. I
is
can't
that
do anything. I can't
if
retaliate.
a woman's gonna hit a man, ideally, yeah, man walk away, but prepare to be hit back. That's what I'm saying. Because I see, and let me just watch what I'm saying. I just see it's a man should walk away, but a woman shouldn't be putting her hands on him. Period. No one should. But if you're gonna do that and you're constantly doing it, when he hits you back, sis, you're not calling the cops because you started it. When he defends himself, defend yourself back.
What
and
you
if you
mean?
don't want
They
it,
call
then
the cops are jumping the guy.
He really hit me. He's crazy. He hit me. He's crazy.
And it's like, but you're not gonna say you hit him first.
No.
Nah, but that's
a whole different topic. Yeah.
Whole different topic. Man.
Right, but let's ask the people, man. Comment down below. You know, who do you feel like should be the leader in a relationship? Do you think it's the more masculine one, or do you have a different criteria?
They probably got different criteria. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
No, they might.
Nah.
In my mind, it comes down to the more masculine one. He or she has to be.
It's equal.
It's equal.
In different ways.
It's 2019, so things have changed. You know, like
there still needs to be polarity in a relationship.
Yeah,
there needs to be masculine. There needs to be feminine. The relationship.
I gotta ask.
You can be the head. I'm gonna be the neck. Without me, you're nothing. Period. So you can't turn without this. Like
Okay.
that's just what it comes down
But
to.
if I got 2 hands, I can just hold the hat and turn it.
Okay.
I'm just saying. There needs to be. There still needs to be. There still needs to be a masculine. There still needs to be a feminine.
So
discussion comes into play on what those roles look like.
So what do we? I think
we talked about that. Tell us if you agree.
The main question we could leave people with is 2019. Do gender roles still exist?
Yes.
And then what do you expect of these gender roles now that's 2019? Now that everyone, for the most part, both the man and the woman, they both work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you expect when you go on dates? What do you expect when you live together? What do you expect about making money?
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about all that stuff.
Yeah. How have gender roles changed in your life?
And guys, if your woman buys you a car, how are you gonna feel about that? How are you gonna feel about that?
I can only speak for myself.
I'm taking, baby, I love you. Thank you for the call.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what?
You're gonna say that. You're gonna be appreciative.
Right.
But you would rather get it.
I would rather get it myself.
Hey man,
What's wrong with that?
Whatever, widow. Anyways, man, want Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, of course. Share with your friends. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what your thoughts are.
Thank you, Tati, for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me. I love the conversation.
Wonderful guest. We'd love to have you back sometime soon.
Thank you.